Hi, I'm Scott Shepard from Inside Mac Radio. You're watching Digital Media Tips and Tricks with Ben Williams. We'll be right back.
This is Ben Williams, your Digital Media Mac Geek, bringing you part 2 of a 3-part series documenting the first annual Portable Media Expo. It was a 3-day event held in Ontario, California from November 10th to the 12th of 2005. This was the first time influential podcasters, media, content creators, and device makers came together under one roof. This show is for people who missed the expo and curious minds seeking to learn more about the podcast community.
I love the community. These people,
Isn't this great?
A great experience.
I know, it's amazing.
I'm like, wow.
It's fantastic.
I feel like I've known people. It's like people embrace you like crazy, man.
Yeah. Well, it's such a small group. I mean, when you think about like how big the internet is, you know, how many people are listening to these shows, hundreds of thousands of people are listening to these shows, you know, cumulatively. And so it's really a small group that's kind of at the core of it. I'm sure that's going to change real soon. For now.
Yeah.
I'm Hagen. This is Christian from Germany.
Yeah.
We had a research project in our university the last half year, and now we're here in the United States having an internship, making a new project.
And it's so great to be here because when we started at university with this research on podcasting, and we heard there will be a podcast expo, we didn't believe that we will be here at the moment. And now we're here, and that's great to see all the people.
I didn't know what to expect coming here. It's cool seeing everybody and going to the convention. Some things are making sense to me. I didn't expect that. All right, okay.
Who do I talk to?
Well, we tried. Where's the free shit?
Yeah, where is the free shit?
I'm finding it all over the place.
Well, point it out.
No, we're not joking. Where's the free shit?
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Swoopy, and I'm with Skepticality, or Truth in Podcasting. We've been #1 on iTunes, more than once. And we're a show about thinking critically, about not listening to just what everybody else says, about debunking media myths, about even silly things like Bigfoot and UFOs.
www.iloveknights.com. That's ILOVEKNIGHTS.com.
It's nice, the word nice.
Nice.
He's just being an asshole.
Yeah, I'm just being an asshole, really. But no, it's Monty Python reference, Knights.
Yes,
If you pronounce it the way it's spelled, it's Knights.
Pox, PSPHacking101.com. Do a show, high definition video podcast on doing all sorts of things with your PSP.
This is Steve Holden, and I do a podcast called TechNewsRadio.com, and I'm a member of a group of FriendsInTech.com, and we are a group of podcasters who work together and cross-promote each other's shows.
I'm one of like maybe 4 people that have actually done a podcast version of the entire book, like, you know, reading it, doing all the voices, you know, etc., all that kind of thing. So it's up, it's totally free. There's been about 250,000 downloads of it, and it's still going on, even though the whole book's finished. You know, basically people are discovering it now.
A series of stories. We do about 6 a month. Stories that are targeted for the science attentive public. They're very approachable, they're easy to understand if you've just got a background in high school science, but they explain some interesting piece of research or a new finding that's happening at NASA or that's associated with NASA.
You're from Jersey, you know?
I am from New York, but I grew up in
Jersey. You know people from Jersey. You from Jersey? I'm from Jersey. What exit?
I grew up there, man. Yeah, I know.
What I'm talking about. That's exit 50. Exit 50 stands for Hawaii. 50's the 50th state. I lived out there for quite some time. And I have a show where I talk smack. It's about 10 minutes long.
Actually, Andy feeds one of our many shows at musicpodcasting.org. We're a group of 70 different content creators. And what we do is we create different music shows and highlight very, very good independent artists.
But I played soccer my whole life, and so when I started like learning about podcasting, I found out about Don and Drew, and I went on their message board as Soccer Girl, just for the hell of it, and then met a bunch of people there. And when I started my own show, I wanted to make sure that they knew that I was the soccer girl from, you know, that it was the same name. So I wanted to make sure I didn't like sever that connection. So I just figured I'd use it in the show title.
I am in contact with the producers and the team that put together JerseyBoysBroadway.com, and we're putting out a podcast it's a fan-driven podcast where people talk about their show, and they provide us feedback. We play some music in the background, and we are in the process of interviewing cast members.
We talk to noted doctors in their field. We talk to fun people like the amazing Dr. James Randi. Well, he's not a doctor, but he's still amazing. Fun people that also do things like the Mythbusters, Penn and Teller. They're all skeptics, and so are we.
How long have you guys been doing the podcast?
Since March.
Since March. And you guys are having a lot of fun doing it.
I like doing it. To do it every day, you have to act like it's work, but we definitely like doing it.
We do an hour a day, 5 days a week. But for the most part, it's fun because it's he and I talking, and you know, it's him and me talking, right?
We talk.
We talk.
What's your show?
TresJefes.com.
What is it?
TresJefes. TresJefes.com.
One in the stink.
Yes. I listen to my show because I forget what I do on the weekends, so I have to listen to myself during the week so I can find out what I actually did or what I actually said.
This whole convention's like graffiti. It's like back in the day when you used to meet with writers.
Yeah.
And you do the write-ups like, oh, I know you. Oh, I seen your stuff up in West Philly, man. I seen your shit down on the Elks. You know, I saw that big tag you did. That's what it's like at podcast convention, because everybody's here going, oh, I know your show. I can put a face to it now.
That's true.
Now, you know what I'm talking about?
That's very true.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
That's podcast is like a bunch of graffiti writers, but we all do it online.
This is the Woodstock of podcasting. I firmly believe that this will reshape radio and television in the next 5 years. It's going to all come. The shockwave that does it will come out of this gathering today.